Hello students, today I am going to begin chapter 10 triangles. So what do you mean by triangle? Triangle is a polygon which is bounded by three straight line segments. It is a bounded by triangle. What is triangle? It is a closed plane figure. Closed plane figure bounded by three line segments. Line segments means you can say that it is a polygon having three sides. Polygon having three sides. Three sides. Now see here, what is line segment? Line segment means it is having a definite length. Its ends points are fixed. What is the difference between line, ray and line segment? See here, this is a line which is not having any fixed point. Its length is not definite. Why? Because the end points are not fixed. In the ray, one point is fixed while the other point is not fixed. That's why its length is also not definite. It is also not having any definite length. This is the line. You will represent by this way. This is the ray, and while the line segment, it is having both the end points fixed, and both the end points are fixed. Therefore, it is having a definite length. This we call as a line segment. So, what is triangle? Triangle is a closed plane figure which is bounded by three line segments, which is bounded by three sides which are having the definite length. If you see to elements of the triangle, so what are the elements of the triangle? So there are 6 elements. It is having total 6 elements. 3 angles and 3 sides. 3 angles which we also call the interior angle, because they are inside this closed plane figure. That's why they are also known as interior angles of triangle. Interior angles. It's clear why? Because they are inside the closed plane figure. And 3 sides. So these are the total 6 elements of the triangle. 3 angles and 3 sides. These are the total 6 elements of the triangle. Now see here, you know about some properties of the triangle. One is angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of triangle. Property of triangle. What is angle sum property of triangle? Yes, you. Angle sum property of triangle. It means all the angles of triangle are having the sum of, what is the sum of all the angles of triangle? Sum of all the angles of triangle, all the angles of triangle equals to 180 degree. If you find out the sum of all the 3 angles, it will not be more than 180 degree. It will not be less than 180 degree. It will be exactly equal to 180 degree. Is clear? So this is known as the angle sum property of triangle. There is one more very important property of triangle. In a triangle, the sum of 2 sides will be always greater than third side. Will be always greater than third side. This is one property. This is the one property, angle sum property of triangle. According to the angle sum property of triangle, sum of all the angles of triangle equals to 180 degree. And there are how many angles? 3 angles. There is another property, property 2. This is the sum of any two sides, any two sides of triangle is greater than third side, greater than third side. Sum of any two sides of triangle is greater than third side. You take any two sides. I have drawn their number of triangles. If you see here, triangle ABC, AB plus BC will be greater than AC. AC plus BC will be greater than AB. It's clear? And AB plus AC will be greater than BC. So you take any two sides, that will be, their sum will be greater than the third side. This is the second property. There is one more property, difference of any two sides, difference of lengths lengths of any two sides of triangle is less than third side. Means you take any two sides, find out the difference of their lengths, that difference will be less than the third side. For example, if you take the triangle PQR here, you will find, you take two sides PQ and QR, you find out their difference of their lengths, that will be smaller than the third side, that will be smaller than third sides. It's clear? So these are some properties of triangle. Today I will going to explain you classification of triangles according to the sides. Classification of triangles according to their sides. According to their sides. As we know that triangle is having how many sides? Three sides. So see here, one is the scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. We can classify the triangle according to the sides in three types. Scalene triangle, in which none of the two sides are equal. None of the two sides are equal. None of the two sides are equal. That is, all the three sides are of different length. That is, all the three sides are of different length. It's clear? That is known as the scalene triangle. For example, if you see here, this is a scalene triangle. You can see here, none of the two sides are equal. In triangle XYZ, none of the two sides are equal. Therefore, it will be a scalene triangle. It is clear? Now, there is one isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. What do you mean by isosceles triangle? Yes. Whose two sides are equal, which is having two sides equal, whose two sides are equal, that is known as isosceles triangle. For example, if you see the triangle PQR, here two sides are equal. Which are the two equal sides here? PQ and PR are equal. Therefore, it is a isosceles triangle. Now, there is one more property of isosceles triangle. Angles opposite to equal sides will be equal. The angles which are opposite to the equal sides will be equal. Now which angle is opposite to the side PQ? It is equal to angle R, not PR. It is opposite to the side PQ. This is this angle, angle R. Which angle is opposite to PR? Angle Q. Angle Q. This is this. Means angle Q will be equal to angle R. Here I have written the names of angle by using a single letter. It can be written in 3 letters also. But if at any point there is only one angle, if at any vertex there is only one angle, these points are called the vertex of the triangles. These points are called the vertex of the triangle. So if at any one point, if at any one vertex there is only one angle, then we can use it. We can denote that angle by a single letter. If you write in 3 letters, then angle Q can be written as angle PQR will be equal to angle PRQ. It is clear? The point, the vertex at which the angle is situated will be always in the middle when you are writing in 3 letters. It is clear? When you are writing in 3 letters. Now after this, there is one equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle is one whose all the 3 sides are equal, and all the 3 sides are equal, so all the 3 angles will also be equal. It is clear? Equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle whose all the 3 sides are equal, and all the 3 sides are equal, therefore all the 3 angles will be equal. For example, you can see here triangle ABC. Here all the 3 sides are equal. Here these signs are showing that the length of all the 3 sides are same. AB, BC and AC is of equal length. AB, BC equals to AC. Therefore angle A equals to angle B equals to angle C. Each angle will be equal to 60 degree. It is clear? So this is the equilateral triangle. Now this is the classification of triangle according to their sides. Now we will classify the triangles according to their angles. So you can see here classification of triangles according to angles. There are 3 interior angles, and on the basis of that we can classify the triangles. So one is acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle. Now what is acute angle triangle? Whose all the angles are of less than 90 degree. That is, all the angles are acute angle. Acute angles are those whose measure is less than 90 degree. So whose all the angles are of less than 90 degree. That triangle is said to be acute angled triangle. Acute angled triangle. It is clear? For example, triangle ABC is a acute angle triangle in that diagram. Triangle ABC is acute angled triangle. This is the symbol of triangle. It is clear? Now then there is one obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle is one whose one angle is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. As we know that what is obtuse angle? an angle whose measure is more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. That angle is known as obtuse angle. So a triangle having one angle obtuse and remaining two are acute is known as obtuse angle triangle. And having one angle obtuse and other two angles acute is known as obtuse angle triangle. It's clear. Then there is one more, third, right angle triangle. Right angled triangle. What is right angle triangle? Right angle means one angle is of 90 degree. Here this is the obtuse angle triangle. One angle is of 90 degree and remaining two angles are acute. It's clear. One angle is of 90 degree while other two angles are acute. Other two angles are acute. So that triangle is said to be right angle triangle. For example, if you see triangle PQR, in which angle is of right angle? Which angle is of 90 degree? Angle Q is 90 degree. While the angle P and angle R, these are acute angle. They are less than 90 degree. If you have to name angle P in three letters, what will you write? Angle P, yes. QPR. Here angle R, what will you write? Angle PRQ. The point, the vertex at which the angle is situated, that will be in the middle if when you are writing the name in three letters. Now there is one more question. A triangle may have how many minimum acute angles? A triangle may have how many minimum acute angles? So two. Every triangle will have two acute angle. Minimum two acute angle. It cannot be less than 2. It's clear. And maximum is 3, which is in case of acute angle triangle. Similarly, a triangle can have at most one obtuse angle. There cannot be two obtuse angle because measure of obtuse angle is more than 90 degree. More than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Therefore, a triangle cannot have two obtuse angles, because when it will have two obtuse angles, then what will happen? The measure of those two angles will become more than 180 degree, which is not possible, because we know sum of all the angles of triangle equals to 180 degree. So this is the about classification of triangles in terms of sides and in terms of angles. Now I am going to tell you some more terms about the triangle. So one term is altitude of the triangle. What is the altitude of the triangle? Altitude of triangle. Altitude, it is the perpendicular drawn from a vertex on opposite side. Perpendicular drawn, this symbol means perpendicular. What is the meaning of this symbol? Perpendicular. Perpendicular. So perpendicular drawn from vertex on opposite side, that is known as the altitude. Now you see here, this you can see. Suppose Here this is a triangle. This I have drawn a triangle. This you can name as A, B and C. What are the vertices of this triangle? So vertices of this triangle are A, B and C. These are the vertices. Now from these vertices, you draw the perpendicular on their opposite side. Which side is opposite to the vertex A? Vertex is singular and vertices is plural. It is clear? Vertices is plural while vertex is singular. It's clear. So which side is opposite to the vertex A? So it is BC. From A you draw the perpendicular on BC. Perpendicular means draw a line from A which makes 90-degree angle from BC. Which makes 90-degree angle from BC. You can see here. This is M. You have drawn here. Then you can see here, since there are three vertices, therefore there will be three altitudes. One altitude is AM. There will be two more altitude, one drawn from B, other drawn from C. So see here, you draw the perpendicular from B. From point B, draw the perpendicular. This you can name as BN. So the other altitude is BN. Now third can be drawn from C. You draw the perpendicular from C on the side AB, because which side is opposite to C? It is AB. This you can name as R. So see here, there are how many altitudes? AM, BN and CR. AM, BN and CR. These are the three altitudes of the triangle. AM, BN and CR. These are the three altitudes. Now if you see here, these altitudes are intersecting at which point? They are intersecting at the point O. And here all the three altitudes will cut at a common point. Will cut at a common point means a triangle has three altitudes which intersect at a common point, which intersect at a common point. It's clear? Here you can see all the three altitudes are intersecting at point O. It's clear? This we also say as intersecting at a common point. If there are three line segments, if there are three lines passing through a common point, means those lines will be concurrent lines. That is, altitudes are concurrent. What is the meaning of concurrent? Means the lines are passing through the common point. It's clear? Three or more than three lines which passes through a common point are known as concurrent lines. They are called the concurrent. So altitudes, all the three altitudes are passing through O, therefore these altitudes are concurrent. It's clear? What is the special name of this? Special name of point O. So see here, this is known as point O is called orthocenter. This is called the orthocenter. It's clear. What is orthocenter? It is that point at which the altitudes are intersecting. That point is known as the orthocenter. It's clear. Here I have taken the right that acute angle triangle. Suppose if it is the obtuse angle triangle, then what will be the altitudes here? So the definition of altitude will remain same, but what will be the diagram that you can see here? Here this is a obtuse angle triangle. Now which angle is obtuse here? It is the angle y is obtuse. Angle y is obtuse. Now see here, from x you draw the altitude on its base. So what is base with respect to the vertex x? What is base? So base will be the opposite side. Which side is opposite to x? So it is yz. It is the opposite side is yz. When you will draw the perpendicular, it will lie on the exterior part of zy. Here. It is lying where? It is lying on the extended part of zy. This dotted portion is the, you all of you see here, this dotted portion is the extended part of zy. We will not say yz because it has extended in this side, in the left of point y. So this is the extended part of zy. It's clear. And when you will draw the perpendicular from point x, it will fall here. So it is falling at this point. So this is one altitude. This is one altitude. Then you draw the perpendicular from z on the opposite side. What is the opposite side with respect to z?
XY.
It is xy. It's clear. So you produce here also it will fall outside. It's clear. So you produce yz xy. And here from here you draw the perpendicular. This perpendicular is drawn, that you can name as Zn. It's clear. Zn. Now what is the third vertex is y. From y also you draw the perpendicular over the opposite side. Now which side is opposite side here for y? For point y, what is the opposite side? It is xz. So you draw here. Now see here, this you can name as P. This I have named as P. Now here also if you produce these altitudes xm, zn and py in the opposite sides, what will happen? In this side, what will happen? They will appear to intersect at this point. Here they will intersect here. I am drawing from a different pen. When you will produce it in this side, it is going this way. Here when you will produce, and when you will produce this, here also it will pass through the same point. It is clear. This point will be the orthocenter. This point will be the orthocenter. The points where altitudes are intersecting is known as the orthocenter. What is orthocenter? The points where altitudes are intersecting. It is clear. That is called the orthocenter. Then after this, there is one term, median of the triangle. Median of the triangle. This word you will also study in the topic statistics, which is last chapter in your book. But here I am discussing median for the triangle. What is the median of the triangle? You can see median of triangle. There is one term, median of triangle. It is a line. It is a line drawn from any vertex. Any vertex to bisect opposite side. To bisect opposite side. Or in other words, you can say it as, it can be said as, it is a line segment joining vertex to midpoint of opposite side. It's clear. It is a line segment joining vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. You can see here. Here I am making some arbitrary triangle. It's clear. This is a triangle ABC. Now all of you see here, what is median? It is a line drawn from any vertex to bisect the opposite side, or it is the line segment obtained on joining vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. You take here, I have taken here midpoint of BC as point M. Here this is the midpoint of BC, this you take as M. Then you take midpoint of AC as N and midpoint of AB as R. Suppose these are the midpoints of BC, AC and AB. Now see here, what will be the median drawn from A? Median drawn from A, it will be equal to this. Median drawn from A will be equal to AM. It is median drawn from A. Median drawn from A. This is AM. It's clear. You have named it as AM. And since AM is median, therefore BM will be equal to what? BM equals to what? You go at the definition of median. It is a line drawn from vertex to bisect the opposite side. So when you will draw a line, you have drawn a line from A named AM. So it should bisect BC. So what will be BM? BM will be equals to what? It will be equal to MC. BM will be equal to MC. It's clear why? Because this line is bisecting to BC. Means this and this will be equal. Now there is one more property at the same point I want to tell you. that median divides a triangle into two triangles of equal areas. Median divides the triangle into two triangles of equal areas. Two triangles of equal areas. It's clear? Median is dividing the triangle into two triangles of equal areas. You can see here triangle ABM and triangle ACM will be equal in area. Means area of triangle ABM will be equal to area of triangle ACM. There will be no other type of relationship here. Only these areas will be, their areas will be equal. They will not be congruent. It's clear. Only their areas will be equal, and white will be equal. You can see here whether you find out the altitude for triangle ABM or altitude for triangle AMC. It will come out same. Height of the triangle will be same. Altitude means height of the triangle. Height of the triangle is same, and what is the formula of area? 1 upon 2 base into side height. 1 upon 2 base into height. So bases are of equal length. Height is what? Here I am showing you. This will be height for both the triangle. Height will be this. It is for triangle ABM as well as for triangle AMC. It's clear? So that's why their area will be equal. Now see here, this is one median. Now there will maybe other median also. You can see here. You join B with the point N. You will get the second median. This is the second median. Then similarly you join here C point with the R. So CR will be the third median. It will be the third median. CR will be the third median. This. So these are the three medians. You can see here, since BN is median, therefore this will be equal to this. CR is the median, therefore this will be equal to this. BR will be equal to AR. AN will be equal to CN. Means what? There will be how many medians? There are three medians. Three medians of triangle. It's clear? There will be three medians. Medians intersect, medians of triangle intersect at a common point which we denote common point G. This we denote by G, which is called centroid. Which is called centroid of triangle. Centroid of triangle. It's clear? Means medians are intersecting at a common point. That common point is known as centroid of the triangle. And since these are three in number passing through a common point, therefore medians of triangle are concurrent. Medians of triangle are concurrent. What is the meaning of concurrent? Already told. More than three are more than three lines which passes through a common point. Three are more than three lines which passes through a common point is known as concurrent lines. So here all the three medians are passing through point G. Therefore it is called these medians are concurrent. These medians are concurrent. Now there is one important property of centroid. Centroid divides the medians into ratio 1. Centroid divides medians into ratio 1. It divides the medians into ratio 1. It dividing median to ratio 1 means if you find out BG, if suppose 5 centimeter, then NG will be equal to 2.5 centimeter. You can see here what will be the ratio, BG ratio GN, BG ratio GN, and we start from the vertex. So it is 5 ratio 2.5, that is equals to 2 ratio 1. If CG equals to 6 centimeter, so what will be RG? It will be equal to 3 centimeter. Here it is equal to 3 centimeter. Means CG ratio RG, it is equal to 6 ratio 3, that is 2 ratio 1. Similarly, if AG equals to 8 centimeter, then this will be equal to 4 centimeter. So AG ratio GM, that will be 8 ratio 4, that is 2 ratio 1. So centroid divides the medians in 2 ratio 1. It's clear? So this is one property of the centroid. Now there are two more things, circumcircle and incircle. Circumcenter and incenter, what is these? So see here, what is the circumcircle, circumcircle of triangle? See here, circumcircle of triangle is, it is that circle which passes through the vertices of triangle, which passes through the vertices of triangles. Here you can see this circle is passing through the vertices of triangle ABC. It's clear? Triangle which passes through the vertices of triangle. Circle which passes through vertices of triangle. It's clear? Here this circle is circumscribing to the triangle. Circle is circumscribing to the triangle. Circle is circumscribing to the triangle, while triangle is inscribed in the circle. Means triangle is inside the circle. So it will be written as triangle is inscribed, while the circle is circumscribed. It is clear? What will be the center of this triangle? Center of this circle. So center of this circle will be the point where angle bisectors of triangle meet. It is the point where angle bisectors of triangle meet. It's clear? You can see here. Here AO is the, or you can take this like this. AX, it is BY, and here it is CZ. You can see here AX is the angle bisector of angle A. AX is the angle bisector of angle A. Therefore, this angle will be equal to this angle. Here, all of you wait, here there is one mistake. What will be the circumcenter? Circumcenter means what will be the center of this circle. Center of this circle of circumcircle is called circumcenter. Center. Now see here, what will be the circumcenter? So circumcenter will be the point where the right bisectors of sides are meeting. It is not the angle bisector, which I was telling earlier, that was not correct. That was not correct. The correct thing is, what is circumcenter? It is the point where right bisectors of line segment are intersecting, right bisectors of sides are intersecting. Now what is the meaning of right bisectors of the sides? Means which is bisecting the sides perpendicularly, bisecting the sides perpendicularly. It is clear? It is the circumcenter is what? It is right bisectors of right point of intersection of right bisectors, point of intersection of right bisectors of triangle. Point of intersection of right bisectors of triangle means where the right bisectors of triangle meet, that will be the circumcenter. Now what is the right bisector of sides? Right bisector, point of intersection of right bisectors of sides of triangle. Right bisectors of sides of triangle. It's clear this. Now it will be complete. What is circumcenter? It is the point where the right bisectors of sides are intersecting. Now what is the right bisector of sides? Right bisector of sides means right bisector of sides means line which bisects the sides perpendicularly, which bisects the sides perpendicularly, that is known as right bisector. So you can see here one right bisector is this, then another right bisector will be of AC, another right bisector will be of AC here, this, and what will be the third right bisector? It will be this. These right bisectors are this equals to this. This angle will be equal to this angle 90 degree. Similarly, this is the right bisector of BC, means this equals to this, and this angle will be 90 degree. This point is known as the circumcenter of the triangle. It's clear? Now you take O as center and OA or OB or OC as radius. What will happen? That circle will pass through these points. You can see here, as you know, that center to a distance of any point on the circumference, these points are situated on the circumference of triangle. Therefore, their distances from the center will be same. So OA will be equal to OB will be equal to OC. It's clear? OA, OB, OC, all the three will be equal in length. It's clear? Why? Because ABC are the points on the circumference. O is the center of the circle. Therefore, their distances will be same. These are the radii of the circle. So, this is the circumcircle of the triangle. Now, see here, what is the in circle of the triangle? In circle. In circle of triangle. So see here I am drawing one in circle. You can see here. This is the circle. this. Here this is the in circle. You can see here circle is inside the triangle. Circle is inside triangle, and triangle is known as circumscribed triangle. Triangle is circumscribing to the circle. Triangle is circumscribing to the circle. Now what will be the center of this circle? So center of the circle will be the point where angle bisectors are meeting. Angle bisectors of these sides are meeting. Suppose this is the one angle bisector. This is one angle of bisector. This is the another angle of bisector, and this is the third angle of bisector. These are the angle bisectors of the triangle. You can see here. Angle bisector means which divides the angle into two equal parts. If you take this point as O, then AO will divide to this whole angle into two equal parts. Similarly, this will be equal to this, and this will be equal to this. It's clear? This point O will be the what will be the center of in circle of triangle will be point where angle bisectors of angle meet. That will be the in center. This point O is known as in center. It's clear? When you will draw the perpendicular from O on any one side, that will be radius. From O you draw perpendicular over AC, so this will be the radius. This will be the radius. OM will be the radius. So this is all about the introduction of triangles and the terms which are used in the triangles. Now after this we will start from congruency of triangles in the next lecture. So till then you revise this portion, and then in next lecture we will begin the congruency of triangles. Thank you.